This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Terrace on Fort Myers Beach, 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah, all right. Thank you all for coming to, actually, this is Wahoo Willie's. It is not the Margaritaville Terrace. That's where we were last night.
How many years have you been doing this?
I know. Well, you know, the strange thing, and I don't want to bore everybody with this, but I started the Facebook on time like I always do at 9:57, and you can always see the number of people that are watching. And when I started it the first time, there were nobody. It was like nobody was watching, but you couldn't see any of the comments. And I like reading the comments during the show.
Half the time you say you can't even see them.
Oh, no, I can see them. Yeah, now everything's good. So, okay. Real quick, a couple of announcements that we have to make that I've been given the go-ahead to announce, and that is our friend Erin here at Wahoo Willie's is pregnant with baby number 2. So it's going to be a little girl to go along with the little boy, the baby boy.
You don't know that. Don't put out misinformation.
You got to go boy, girl, boy, girl. That's the way the anatomy works, isn't it? Yeah. So the other thing is Stephen Clark's going to be on in about 15 minutes, and we're going to talk about the fundraiser for Frank Thompson, who had a heart attack. I think it was New Year's Eve when he had the heart attack, and we're raising money for Frank here today, and also at an event that Stephen's going to talk about here at Wahoo Willie's later in the week.
Well, thank God Erin got to tell one person.
Yeah.
You didn't hear your big mouth.
Well, she said I had the green light to share the great news. We have gift certificates, 10 gift certificates to SOB, Wahoo Willie's, and Snug Harbor for $100 each. 100% of the money from that gift certificate is going to go toward Frank's GoFundMe and his medical bills to help take care of whatever medical issues he's going through right now. 100% of that. Now you can buy them here at Wahoo Willie's. You can buy them online by going to Billy's Venmo, and that's Billy Ignati, Ignatti. So if you send $100 to Billy's Venmo, all of that money is going to go toward Frank's medical bills. So that's going on today, and it's going on. When is I think the thing is Thursday. Well, Stephen will talk to it.
Yeah.
Talk about it in a second. And just real quick, I just want to let everybody know that my sciatica is a little bit better today.
What did you say?
My sciatica.
No, it's sciatica.
Oh, whatever. And but I started taking these little blue pills that Kim's.
You better clarify that those are Aleve.
Well, okay. Well, whatever they are, they look like little blue pills. She said, take the 2 blue pills. I've been feeling a little more vigorous. I don't know if it's because of those little blue pills, but it's feeling a little bit better. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's going to work.
You got to make sure that you're taking the Aleve and not the Advil PM, because he did that one time. He was taking all this Advil PM, thinking, not knowing, and then complaining about how he goes, I am so tired all the time. I'd go to work, I'd come home. He goes, I am sleeping like 3-4 hours a day. I said, well, you better go to the doctor. Something awful must be going on. What are you doing? He said, that Advil is not working for my pain. And I'm going, what Advil? And so he's taking like 78 milligrams of Benadryl every 4 hours.
I don't even know why I was taking that.
I'm surprised I came home and you were still breathing.
So
I mean, maybe not surprised so much. Maybe I was like,
one other story, real quick. On Fridays, we do this Cape Coral show, Cape Coral Talk Radio. And so we have
original.
We have this routine where I leave the house at 1:30, so the dogs aren't left home alone very much.
Oh, here we go.
She comes home at 3:00, lets the dogs out, and then drives over.
3:30.
All she needs to do is let the dogs out, and then we're good until like 7:00 at night. So I get home after the show, and there's dog, all over the house.
It was a mess.
And of course, the bowl, we've got this giant bucket of dog food.
Which has a lid and a lock on it.
And the bulldog, who's senile and can't see and can't hear anything, just jumps up onto that thing to try and tip it over. Well, when I got home, she actually was able to tip it over. So there was dog food all over the floor. That the two dogs were feasting on that. They must have ate 3 days worth of dog food. And poor Petey's locked in the cage, just probably being tortured, watching the other two dogs eat all the dog food, and he's got nothing. So that was lovely to come home to. So you got one job on Friday nights, and that's to let the dogs out and make sure that
the top of that thing is completely destroyed. She must have worked on it and chewed on it for hours.
Yeah. All right. So we have a couple things to talk about today, and the first thing, we're going to have Heidi come down. Heidi from I don't know what we're going to say about it. FMB Strong is kind of not really together, but together for this event every year. Heidi's going to tell us real quick about by the way, the mayor's not here today because he has a event in Cape Coral. There is a big boating golf cart, like, I don't know what they call it, like a boys' toys
extravaganza
kind of thing.
It's a boat show.
It's a boat show. What number you got there?
She's got three.
There you go. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a boat show over in the German American Club, which is way on the other side of Cape Coral, where they do the Oktoberfest. So he's over there with his golf carts, and we're going to post some pictures for him for what he's got set up over there. So he's not here today. He'll be back next Sunday. John McClain was supposed to be here today, but he sent me a text yesterday and said, I had a little spill. I'm in the hospital, so I won't be able to come to the show. He said, I'm going to be okay, but I can't make it to the show. So that's where we are today. And Stephen was nice enough to say he could come on. But Heidi was always scheduled to come on to tell us about the Roper event.
Yes. This is the 3rd year of the Mrs. Roper event. And I can't believe they can't hear me.
Just keep it really close.
I have a big mouth to begin with. I don't know that I even need a microphone.
You got to really compare.
There you go. There you go.
This one.
Yes. So this year is the 3rd annual Mrs. Roper event, which is going to be held February 7th. If you do not have your tickets and you are going to participate, I strongly suggest you get them this week. There are not many left.
Wow.
We have 750 tickets to sell, and we are at 575.
Wow.
Last year at this time, we had 229 sold. So there are a lot of new people coming. We have buses from Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte coming. So if anybody on the island has a place for me to park some coach buses, that would be great to let me know.
Tell everybody what the money.
That thing's really taken on a life.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Billy just brought me their sponsorship fees.
Very nice.
Nice.
This year we have participating Wahoo Willies, Nervous Nellies, Petey's Upper Deck. Hold on, I got to go around the circle. The Whale, La Ola, Mr. Waves, SOB, Lottie Da, and then the start and finish will be at License to Chill at Margaritaville on the terrace deck. People say, why do you always have it at Margaritaville? Well, who else can hold 700 people?
Right.
By the way, if you were at
it works perfect.
Yeah, and if you were at the event last night, you could see why that's such like a great ending place.
Yeah.
It's a great place to have it. And we're going to try this year to do a group picture at exactly, I'm hoping for 5:00, but you know how that goes.
Especially after everybody's been making the rounds.
Touring all day.
Yeah.
The ticket.
I would suggest that people get on Amazon right away and start ordering your stuff.
Amazon or Goodwill.
There's going to be a run on those Mrs. Roper wigs.
Yes.
And caftans.
And for those of you dudes out there who have some kind of secret thing about dressing up like a woman, this is a perfect event for you, because a lot of the dudes dress up like women, and they really, the guys that put the makeup on and the lipstick on and the eyeshadow on, I mean, you're golden for this event here. Nobody's going to think twice about anything in your personal life when you participate in this event.
It's all for fun.
You know, you should do a special award, dude that dressed up like the best woman. I mean, I think, you know, your husband there would qualify for that category.
That's not pretty.
Yeah, you
it's-
could play that song too. Wasn't it Aerosmith's song?
Dude looks like a lady.
Yeah.
So, what does the money go for?
Yes. So everyone says, well, why are you doing a fundraiser? FMB Strong is closed. Our food pantry is closed, but we are still here helping people. Patty meets generally almost once a week to help people with their re-up their food stamps, their Social Security, their Medicare, and things like that. We still have people reaching out that need help with housing, so we get them to the correct people that can help them and get them housing. We have people that are reaching out that they need work, so we get them to the correct people that can help them. So we're still doing that work behind the scenes. The only thing that has changed is the food pantry portion is no longer open.
Okay.
And the reason that that portion closed was financially, we could not sustain it anymore. And so that's where we were. So why we do our fundraiser? Well, we knock on wood. We're some wood that we don't have to use that money that we raise. But in case of a storm in 2026, by doing this fundraiser, we will actually have money to help people get this. We'll have money to get supplies and things that they need. We were very lucky in 25 that we didn't, because had we had a storm in 25, it would have been very hard for us to actually help anybody any more than food. We wouldn't have had money to purchase rakes, shovels, supplies, and things like that,
Right.
because we didn't have any money.
Yeah, I mean, nothing lasts forever. FMB
Exactly.
Strong was down there for the longest time doing a lot of
3
great work.
years.
And we're over 3 years away from the hurricane now, and things are bouncing back, and
Right.
events are coming back, and it's great for you guys to still. I mean, this is one of the become a regular popular
Oh,
event,
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
last night, just like last night's event, which was crazy successful for the
Yeah.
women's club. You know, once you have an event like that, you don't want to stop doing it if you can find a way to
Exactly.
get people to donate.
And you know, it also brings business to all the bars and restaurants, and that's kind of what
Yeah.
you know, we need to keep them going also. As I say, in the busy season, they need to stock their cash so they can get through the slow season also. And if we can help them do that, that's what
Yeah.
we want to
Yeah.
do.
And everybody, everybody likes a dress up. Everybody likes a theme. This is, people can just, it's easy to participate.
Yes.
You don't
Yep.
have to do anything special. Just
No.
show up. And
And
I mean, it's grown and grown and grown.
Yes.
Do you remember the first year, how many you had?
The first year I prayed we'd sell 100 tickets.
That's right. That's right.
And I thought, if we can just sell 100 tickets,
That'd be great.
this would be great. We sold out at 300.
yeah,
We were shocked.
I prayed no dude would dress up like a woman, but that prayer wasn't
Didn't
answered.
happen.
But yeah, so
Last year we ordered 500 tickets and they were gone. And people didn't have tickets and they still donated the $20. And after it was all said and done, it was over 600 people that actually
Wow.
came. So yeah.
so how,
I think you'll see the day too where you hit 1,000.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yep.
I hope so.
how can people? By the way, if you don't know
Our-
what Roper is, it was a three. What was it?
Three's Company.
Three's Company was that the 70s?
Yes.
How many people from Three's? You know this thing on Facebook now. Maybe you guys have seen it. This thing comes up on my Facebook page where it goes back to like an old show, like the Waltons, and they have a picture. I'm sure it's all AI generated, but they have a picture of like John Boy back in the day, and then the person
Yep.
sits next to him, like whether he's alive or dead, and if the person's passed away, they have wings on their back for some reason, like all these shows. And I'm getting so depressed by it because everybody's gone now, almost every single one except for Sylvester Stallone is still the only guy still standing. What was the one I saw last night? It was they do
Nobody
them for
cares.
all of them. Yeah, nobody cares. So
Also, I'd like to thank our main event sponsor, which is Alex King and
oh, really?
Premier
Alex King
Ability
sponsored
and
something.
the
Shocking.
Wow.
King Family
Nice for him to
Foundation.
finally step
Yeah,
up.
come
and
on,
do
Alex.
something.
Jeez, I can't believe you finally did something. Man, no, he obviously we're kidding. He supports every event
Yep.
Yes.
coming.
And he loves the Rinses Roper event.
He does?
Yes.
Yeah, he does get dressed up. Yeah. So how
this-
do people sign up?
You
Where do they go?
dressed up. You lost
I didn't.
a bet.
I did
He
lose
did
a
lose
bet.
a bet.
Yeah.
He did lose a bet last year, and he
Yeah,
had to
he
wear a
still
yellow
had-
caftan.
Yep, we still have it.
I make an ugly man, but I make a really ugly woman. I mean, it's just, there's no doubt about it.
You said it.
So where do people sign up?
You can go to our website at fmbstrong.org, and there's a button on there to buy your tickets. You can also follow the posts on Facebook. This year, something different. Our medals, we get participation finisher medals, I'm going to call them.
Wow.
This
Boy.
year, every sponsor, bar, and restaurant are on our the lanyard of our medals, so they're going to look really cool.
This is a
That
Republican
sounds cool.
state. There's no such thing as participation medals, but for this event, it sounds like
Well,
fun.
I can't blame somebody if they can't get to 8 stops in a day.
Well, then they aren't really experts like they were last night, because they got to 12 stops last night.
No, we only had to do 9.
9. Oh, I thought there were 12 locations.
Well, there were
last
12 locations, but each group only had to do 9 holes.
night. Oh, I see. Gotcha.
You know who I think should be a sponsor too is those mobile IV. Like
Yeah.
they come
Rehydration.
and rehydrate you, and
You know, or they
and
can
then
walk
send
with
you
the-
right back
or they
out.
can walk with it. They
Finish
could take
that-
the
finish
walk.
that pub crawl.
Yeah.
Finish that roper walk.
So,
Anything else?
But yeah, you can get your tickets at fmbstrong.org, and more details will be coming out. The ticket sales will end January 31st. And if we have any left, you will be able to purchase them. We'll be having 2 ticket pickup locations. One will be at Snug Harbor, more than likely on Wednesday night. And I need to get in contact with Badass Coffee and do one on the South End, which will probably be
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday morning, so that people don't have to sit in traffic the week before the event. And you can also pick up your tickets and swag the day of the event earlier.
We got Kim is watching from Michigan. Gene is watching from Iowa. I imagine it's a little colder in those states than it is right now.
No, there's a little nip in the air down
Yeah.
here this morning.
Did you watch the football game last night? The NFL hates the Buffalo Bills. They totally hate the
I
Buffalo
watched the
Bills.
replays this morning. But
Gosh, dang. I hope they don't hate Indiana.
no,
like
that's
they
Monday.
hate the Buffalo Bills. But I mean, who's playing today? The Patriots play today.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My team is out, so I'm not
Patriots.
following
Yeah.
anymore.
And we got the best coach in the NFL to coach our team. So I don't know how I got off on the football tangent. But anything else about the event that you want people to know about?
I don't think so. If you have any questions or need any help with getting a ticket or something like that, you can email me at heidi@fmbstrong.org.
Carol says, please explain what people do at the Roper event. Well, Carol, what else do you do on Fort Myers Beach? It's a
What-
drinking game.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's really
That kind
just
of caught me off guard.
It's just a
You
dress.
go, you bar
dress up.
hop.
yeah.
You dress up, bar hop.
Yeah.
Enjoy
no
the afternoon
special-
walking around,
Yeah.
There's
seeing
no
all
special
the.
skills required.
No,
You don't
no
have
special
to-
skills.
No special skills.
And you don't have to drink to participate either. I mean,
100%.
you can
You can
have a
drink
soda.
water.
You can
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
water. You can
Yeah.
have a soda. Stop at the different places, grab some good food.
You can take
Um,
pictures of the people not having soda, and you know,
Right.
that
Holy
could be
smokes.
You can
entertainment.
watch.
Yeah, people watch.
A lot of people watching. Each bar will have a special drink. I'll be getting with all them in the
Nice.
next week or so, and we've had Tipsy
That's good.
Helens. We've had all
Very
different kinds
creative.
of funny names that they've come up with.
Very
so.
creative. So Jean
You better
says,
trademark this thing.
Jean
That's
says
just-
wherever
Right?
she's
I'm
watching from, it's.
seriously.
Did anybody wake up this morning and think it was cold out this morning? Gail is in Michigan where it's 16 degrees. Jean is, I don't know where she is, but it's 17 degrees. I think that's a little bit colder than what we have right now. So, but you could always tell on Fort Myers Beach, the people that are from, like yesterday was a little bit chillier. The people that are from out of town and the people that are from Florida. The people that are from out of town walk around in shorts on the beach when it's cold in Florida, and the people that are from Florida either don't come out of the house or they're totally bundled up. So,
Yep.
what else did you want to add?
I think that's about
Oh,
it.
okay. I thought you guys were whispering, so I thought you had
Yeah,
We
something
were
to-
talking
just-
about you.
Yeah.
All righty. All right.
That was
Very-
smooth.
Very short story. All right. Thank you very much, Heidi.
You're
Big
welcome.
hand
Thanks.
for Heidi from FMB Strong. Before we get to Steven, I did want to mention, if you guys didn't have a chance to watch yesterday's show, please watch yesterday's show. It's all about Carol lives on Miramar Street, and it's about permitting. And if anyone's going through a permitting issue or has gone through a permitting issue, we had a big audience watching online yesterday. It was very interesting what's going on with that, with the town. And I'm not blaming anybody for anything, but it was just an interesting situation And I think it's worth watching. I didn't say much, which is really why it's worth watching. It was mostly Carol and Albert, who's, if you ever want free advice, watch any show that Albert's on.
Yeah.
Because he's so willing to help out people here on Fort Myers Beach. All right, Steven's coming up next, but I did want to tell you real quick about one of our sponsors. Diamond Head Resort has a condo for rent, a premium Gulf view on the 8th floor. It has a wraparound view, 1 bedroom, sleeps 4, double sliders to the Gulf Lanai, a pool, restaurant, not in the room, but right there at the Diamond Head Resort. Free parking. 3 weeks are available in February from the 21st to March the 14th. It's only $2,300 per week. And you can call Bob right now if you want that view, if you want that room, if you want that pool. 248-877-3939. 248-877-3939. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most popular people on all of Fort Myers Beach and in Detroit, Michigan, Stephen Clark. Come on down. All right.
I was looking around to see who you're talking about.
How are you doing?
Fine. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
I haven't talked to you guys for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you back on. Well, you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, no, my wife does a lot of traveling, and if I don't want to lose her, I got to stay with her.
Because Steven's a little bit taller. We need to
I
turn the
think
camera
last
up a little
time-
bit. She'll take care of it.
Last time, was it the Rwanda? Were you in Rwanda?
We
Where
did
did you
this,
do the gorillas?
Yeah, we did that in Uganda.
You got to
Uganda.
hold the mic up a little closer, Mr.
Yeah.
Musician.
Oh, in my business,
He never has trouble.
Yeah,
with
we have
that,
cheap
so-
microphones here. Way too high.
way too high. Hold on a second.
Got to get it low. All his fans are watching, so we got to make sure. Did you let
Getting there.
everybody know you were coming on the Stinky Podcast?
I
Too high.
did. I put it on my Facebook page. So.
Nice.
I mean, I don't have like all the people you have.
You have a lot of people.
Well,
So-
there was a time that I had a lot more than
Perfect.
you, and then suddenly you
Ish.
just blew past me, and you haven't even looked back.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
So tell us about your trips to, like, the whole gorilla thing. I think caught people off guard. Like, kind of tell
Just-
people about wrestling the gorillas that you did.
That was a bucket list kind of thing. Probably more for my wife than it was for
Sorry.
me originally, but it was phenomenal. We went into Uganda, and you pay a pretty big fee to the government to be able to do this. But you hike up the mountains, and it's called the Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. There are only 2 places on earth that have mountain gorillas. And it's Uganda and Rwanda. So we were in Uganda, and we marched into this.
You were in Uganda.
Yeah,
okay.
so we did Uganda, and we marched up into the mountains, and we were just kind of standing around. They have these spotters that basically live with the families, and they're like 8 different families, and they have spotters that just stay with them all the time.
The gorillas.
The gorillas.
People
yeah.
living
People,
with
they
the
just,
gorillas.
They just kind of watch them to know where they are all the
I
time.
see.
And then they kind of guard them because they don't want poachers getting them and stuff like that. But we march in, and then they stop us in this one spot. And they go, okay, let's just stay here and wait. They're going to be here. And we're going, how do they know we're going to be? Well, turns out they're all in the trees above us. We didn't know it.
Mm.
But they just start coming down, and it's the most incredible thing. You have 1 hour to stay with them, and all you do is they just say, don't you try to touch them. They may touch you. And they did. I had them like stepping on my feet and stuff like that. But having a silverback gorilla that could rip you to shreds.
No
if
kidding.
it
Were you
wanted.
holding your breath? Oh,
I think I
my.
probably did at the beginning. It was just weird. These are like gorillas. You see these things in zoos, and here it is. It's just right. I mean, it's literally as close as I am to you guys.
Yeah. Has anyone ever gotten mauled by a gorilla?
I
there?
guess every once in a while they get a little aggressive with people. To my knowledge, I've never heard of anybody actually getting killed in one of these kind of encounters.
So how much did that trip cost you?
I don't have a clue. Ed always asks me these questions. I don't know. My wife takes care of everything. And actually, Ed has asked me, he said, how much did you make when you're on TV? And I can honestly tell you, I have no idea.
Oh, please, Stephen
My
Clark.
wife handled it all.
Thought you were an
no
honest
idea.
Indian. So if we could talk real quick, you were in the TV industry. There was a big
Oh boy.
brouhaha the last week when Matt DeVette got fired
Right.
at Wink. And by the way, right? I talked to Matt. I invited him on the show. He was going to actually come on the show today, and then he kind of decided he wanted to lay low
Right.
and kind of let everything blow over. And the reason for that was some people, when social media can be great and social media can be
Right.
nasty, and some people were giving the other reporters and people that he worked with some grief about the whole thing, and they had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
So he wanted to kind of lay low, and he'll come on at some point, and I think he'll probably do something on his own at some point or get another job somewhere.
Right.
So when you saw that whole thing go down, what did you first think happened?
Well, first of all, I know. I trust that you trust your source that said that he did this because he was taking long dinner breaks. I don't know who your source is. I assume you do, but I don't think that's the whole story. There's more to it than taking long dinner breaks. And I've been defending this for so long because people say, well, he can't just take a long dinner break. And I said, you understand that a meteorologist on television will spend, months and months during bad weather times working 60, 70, 80-hour weeks.
Right.
So it's just understood in our business that when, you have time to take a little downtime, nobody
Right.
begrudges it.
Right.
So to walk you out because you took a long dinner break, I suspect if I had to guess, and I don't know, I have zero idea what happened. And I always preface it, say, I don't know what happened. But what I say is that I think happened, he's at the end of a contract, and I think they probably started talking about a new contract. His last contract was signed before Hurricane Ian, before he became Mega Matt, before he had 1.5 million Facebook followers. So I have a feeling that and I don't know if he has an agent, I don't know. I have a feeling he came back to the station and said, it's going to cost a lot more now because I'm a different person than I was 5 years ago. And I have a feeling that the station probably said, no, it's not going to happen. And so Matt may or may not have, and again, I'm just because this has happened so much, just spitballing here. Matt probably said something like, well, what am I busting my butt for? And so I'll take some longer dinner breaks. And it's not the dinner breaks, it's the attitude that he just says, okay, I'm going to do this. And they need, this has been a big point of contention. Again, I don't know his contract. What is typical in the business is this no compete clause. If the station were to let the contract just expire and say, we're not going to renew you, there's no compete, and he can go tomorrow across town. They don't want that. The TV station does not. So they have to fire him for something. They have to have cause so that clause is still in effect.
Yeah, and there's been a bunch of people on Facebook on our page when we posted this that said that the non-compete clause isn't worth anything. Well, I mean, I've been in radio a long time, and you can say it's not worth anything, but you will have to fight in court and pay lawyers to convince a judge that it's not worth anything. If they want to fight you, they'll fight you.
Oh, yeah. Every contract I ever had a no-compete, and everybody said, oh, they can't enforce that, and they always could.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only place I left in New York, they didn't renew my contract, so I did not have a no-compete, so I could have stayed. But the problem is, when you're in New York, there's no more up. There's only down. So
true, yeah.
They didn't really worry about me going someplace else, so it didn't really matter. Now, what also will happen, and Matt maybe in this case down the road, is that they use that as a negotiating tool. So he's got a 1 year no-compete, which is very standard, but he may finally come up with an agreement that says, listen, let's come out with some sort of joint statement that we're both happy about what happened. I'll leave quietly, and in 3 months, I can go back on the job market.
How unusual to you is it to, I mean, in the radio industry, they're harsh in the radio industry. On a Friday when your show ends, they'll fire you on the spot for no reason, just budget cuts mostly right now. I mean, iHeartRadio has been notorious for the last 5 years. I mean, name a single Fort Myers iHeartRadio local personality that you know. They do this thing now called Always Human or something like that. Yeah. And it's such BS because, they might be human, but the voice you're hearing is in Ottumwa, Iowa, getting paid minimum wage.
Yeah,
they have no idea. They don't even know how to say half the town things here. Yeah. So that's a gimmick also. But they'll fire you on the spot at the end of the show, and you have to go on social media and there's always a groundswell of social media hate at the beginning, but it dies down. It really does die down. And this will die down. This will die down.
It generally does. This will too, but I've got to tell you, in all my years of watching what's going on, this is one of the largest outcries I've ever seen.
For sure. The thing, I've said this on Facebook, if you guys follow us, the thing that cracks me up is every single post on Facebook that Wink makes. Doesn't matter what the story is.
People go,
everything's, where's Matt? Where's Matt?
Matt would have fixed it.
Well, and some people have a very long memory and not a lot of stuff to do. So there will be people that will keep it going. I don't know what Wink's position is on it, but they're going to have to deal with these folks for a while. And to your point, when you're getting paid a salary, it's you just work till the job's done.
That's
but
right.
You would like to think that when there isn't so much work, that it's a give and take. Yeah. When the other side is just, we'll take 60 hours. We're not going to give you 10 minutes for dinner with your family.
And come on. They do have a new, I think it's a news director or general manager. Yeah. Somebody from the West Coast came over, and it may have been that this is the part I don't know. It may have been a little clash of personalities,
Yeah.
and talent on TV and radio are hard to manage, and you don't manage every single talent the same way. I remember when we were working in North Carolina, we had a salesperson who, she did whatever the hell she wanted to do. She came in when she was. She didn't want to come to a sales meeting, and you know what the general manager said to me? You sell as much as she sells, and you can do whatever you want until you can sell what she can sell. You keep your mouth shut, and that's the way it is. And it's not fair. It's not fair, but that's life.
That's life.
But the new manager, whoever it was, came in, might have said, "We're not doing it this way." Everybody,
they just want to make their mark and say,
Right.
I'm in charge
Right.
here, and you seem to think you are.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know what happened. By the way, I got involved in this whole thing for an entirely different reason. People were saying, well, we're going to boycott Wink. And I just made a simple statement that says, good luck. But unless you're one of the people that has one of those meters in your house, Wink doesn't know you're not watching.
This will have no financial impact.
It's
on
zero.
Wink.
And here's the figure for it. If you don't know this, there are roughly 100,000 people in all of the U.S. who are metered as a Nielsen family. 100,000 sounds like a big number. We got 350 million people in the country. So that is 0.02% of people.
The whole thing's a scam. Ratings and radio and TV are a scam.
Yeah, so you could sit there and turn off your TV, but unless you're one of those people, they're never going to know it. So all I did is I said, if you want to go after them, you got to go find out who does business with them.
Yeah,
their sponsor. And when that raised people said, why would you want to hurt them? And I said, I'm not even telling you to do that. I'm just saying, if you want to get their attention, you don't do it by turning off the TV. You do it by talking to the people who advertise on their station.
Yeah, I saw you post that.
I always not always, but I have more than once gotten the Nielsen, like the ratings book
with $1 in it.
Yeah, with $1 in it. I mean, I always
$1.
do fill it out because I'm cheap and I like that $1. And then you get $5. And then they'll send you $5.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, he was always so surprised when I would get those. He's like, do you know not many people get this?
I know, not many.
Yeah, and so
I also get lots of jury summonses.
So you don't agree with my whole? I remember I didn't tell people to do anything. I didn't tell people to boycott. I just said if you want to get their attention, you don't do it by turning off the TV. You do it by talking to the sponsor.
So Alana, who owns the Beach Pottery, she I don't know if she was posting about me or you or a combination of the both. I mean, we've had people try to boycott our advertisers because they don't like us. It never really does work.
Right.
And I don't think that's the fair approach to the businesses. But I mean, whatever. I mean, I've never seen. Well, I shouldn't say never, because when Rush got in trouble or Glenn Beck gets in trouble, and advertisers, they do not want. I mean, it's a different scale completely. Yeah. But that has happened at that level. I don't know that you can ever rally people to boycott businesses at a local level. Right. I mean, people love coming to Wahoo Willie's or going to, the local businesses. And I don't want to see them get hurt over this. It really is a Wink thing. But you're right. You're never going to make an impact by unfriending them on Facebook or anything like that. And so, but I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully, I mean, the best revenge is for Matt to come up with something on his own and for him to
be wildly successful,
keep his 1.5 million followers and make a ton of money off Facebook. And
although these days the no competes often include, I actually talked to a friend someplace else that's in the same situation where his contract says no TV or radio in the same market or any business similar.
That's going to be an.
They don't want him to go after their advertisers.
That's going to be an interesting thing to see if he can do a Mike's Weather page kind of thing, because he can. And in this area, or maybe him and his wife and kids, him and his wife decide to go to a different market. I mean, this isn't the biggest market in the world. I mean, most of those reporters that you see, they're just here for a short period of time, and then they move on to a bigger market, and that's what their plan is.
Yep. Yeah, so, they're very young.
Yeah, they're very young.
Very young.
My gosh.
Yeah, they're very young.
Very young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So tell us where. Tell it. Yeah. It's something we'll tell you guys about it after the show is over. I don't want to put this out on Facebook. So tell us where you're playing lately now that you're back in the groove.
Well, I play here at Wahoo Willie's every Wednesday, so I'd like you to come on down Wednesday. And in fact, this coming Wednesday, we've got a very special Wednesday. We've got a fundraiser we're doing. And matter of fact, Frank just walked in over here. So,
wow.
So do we have room to slide Frank in next to us here someplace? Oh, you're going to stay. Oh, we're going to get rid of Ed, and the three of us get to talk to Frank.
Jeez, I wish it was that easy at home.
Have a seat, Frank. I'm glad to see you. And my friend, I haven't seen you for a while. We've talked on the phone quite a bit. So, but thank you. You
nice
are.
To meet you.
This is Kim.
I have to tell you, for what you've been through, you look phenomenal. Wow.
Thanks, you guys.
Because you had 4 stents put in like after
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. I mean, you had a heart attack.
Tell
on
us
Christmas
what you
Eve.
want about what happened.
Well, everything was fine up until Christmas Eve. I was in the middle of changing cat litters, and it hit me.
Oh boy.
And all I can say is thank God my wife was with me when it happened, and I also thank God for the amazing emergency crew at Lee Memorial.
Mhm.
They worked like a NASCAR pit crew. they really took care of things.
Just keep that really close.
And
Perfect.
all I really want to say is what a blessing it is to be a part of this community. The response, the love, the support has been nothing short of overwhelming.
Yeah, a little background quickly, Frank. You started as a musician on the beach and neighboring islands and things about 30 years ago this time of year.
That's right. That's right.
And you had a band called the Oysters, which I unfortunately I wasn't here, but I hear so much about this legendary band, the Oysters, and you are the Oysters.
You're the pearl.
You were the pearl in the Oysters.
That's kind of what they used to call me.
Yeah.
Back when I was an oyster. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. That was we sure have made a lot of wonderful memories here on this beach over the years and decades.
And that's your full-time work, correct?
That's all I've ever really done.
That's
It's
all
just,
you've ever done.
That
Did
and
you
you
go to
rescue cats and dogs, right?
Oh,
Yeah. We my wife and I have rescued a lot of cats and dogs, and we have a house full of pets now. And but one thing I've seen throughout this whole ordeal is the strength and resiliency of the folks that call this place home.
Mhm.
The same strength that keeps us bouncing back from the countless storms that we endure is the same strength that has come together to help us at this time.
Mhm.
And we are in need, and we can't express our gratitude enough. I just look forward to getting out and playing music for everybody again as soon as the doctors let me.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of time for you, but as
A
I've
little
been
bit.
pointing out to people, is musicians don't have paid vacation, you don't have 401ks, you don't have medical leave. If you don't play, there's no pay,
right.
zero.
If we don't save up our tips, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have and I've been working with Wahoo Willies here, putting this together for you because you've been a musician here for since the day they opened. Matter of
That's right.
fact, when I was raising money to pay musicians to play on the beach after the hurricane, you, I think, were my second musician. I think D-Rocks was the first, and you were my second. And I was happy to get you getting paid because they couldn't pay you here. After that, there was no business.
What you did for us after that storm was just amazing, and every one of us that you helped out, we all owe you a debt of gratitude.
Well,
Thank
I was
you.
happy to. I wanted to get
I
music
mean, he's
back.
okay.
I just want to get music back. And now then when I heard that
Mhm.
this had happened to you on Christmas Eve, I said, yeah, how can I help? And so I'm kind of trying to motivate the same people. I've got a GoFundMe thing going on right now on my Facebook page. It's been shared by Beach Talk. Thank you for that.
Of course.
And I can tell you right now, I think around $7,000 or $8,000 right now, and that's all yours. It's Frank's virtual tip jar. We're just going to give that all to you, and then we hope there's more by the time we get to Wednesday when we're going to have a big deal here. Some of your cohorts, I think a couple of the Oysters may actually show up also. I think Bob Tabarini was one, right? Or no, Bob wasn't, but he's bringing one of them.
John Housley.
John, that was John.
John Housley will be here. He was one of the Oysters.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
So
we'll
tell us
have
what's
that.
going on Wednesday. Give us a little more info.
All right, so we'll be here at Wahoo Willie's basically all day from noon until whenever we close the joint down, 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I'll set up my gear like I normally do on a Wednesday. And we've just asked musicians who know this dude over here, they're all working. So it's they got to slide in before and after gigs, but we're going to slide them in to do it 1 or 2 or 3 songs. We'll put out the biggest tip jar I can find, and every tip that day goes to you. So it's just like you're up here playing. We're going to get every tip in that jar is yours.
We are overwhelmed. I just don't know what to say. It's hard to know what to say at a time like this.
Well, just get better. That's all we want you to do is just build up your strength to get better because we need you back here playing because that's what it's about is bringing that vibe back. And I think you made an announcement. I'm looking over at Ed or maybe Kim made the announcement that Wahoo Willies, SOBs, and Snug are
Snug, yep.
selling these gift certificates. It's a great
$100
deal.
$100 gift certificates, and all of the money goes to you.
Yeah.
So anyone who buys $100
But
gift
it only costs you
certificate-
$80 to buy it.
right.
That's like a deal.
Yeah, because you get the full amount, and he gets the full
That's
amount.
right. You get $800. You get $100 worth of stuff.
Let's not get crazy.
You get $100 worth of stuff, but you only pay $80 for it, and then Frank gets all of it.
So that's
It is-
a
it's a great deal.
win-win-win.
Even
Yes,
Ed can do
yes.
the math on that one.
Well, that was a good one. Not really. It looks like also there's going to be a silent auction going
we got
on.
we got a 50-50 auction going on, and then we got a bunch of these Wahoos and Snugs and SOBs. Suppliers are like doing booze packages and stuff like that. So all that kind of stuff, we'll figure out how to get it to people. But you give us money, you'll get something. That's kind of how it works out. You give us money, he gets the money, you get something, we all win.
I want to give this whole town a great big hug.
Aw,
Thank you,
wow.
Frank.
We love you guys.
And we'll let Frank get back because I know his wife's over there going, "What are you doing, Frank? You're supposed to be home resting."
Yes, yes. Keep getting better.
And if you haven't had a chance to hear Frank, I've got a great link to a YouTube that I've been showing a little bit of. It's on the GoFundMe page. It's just phenomenal stuff. Just watching you play. At first I was looking around for the rest of the band, then I realized it was just Frank playing. That's how good he is. So if you haven't had a chance to hear Frank play, then go to that and then make sure that when you're back to work, whenever it's going to be, look you up. You'll be here. SOBs, you're here. You play all sorts of places on the beach. So.
Yeah, just for those of you that bought the gift certificates for $100 and not $80, Stephen changed the price in the middle of the
are they
show.
$100
so,
now?
Yeah,
I don't know how it works.
It's $100. So if you give 100, if you give 80, I'm sure everything will be fine. But you caused some confusion there.
Oh, did I?
Did you get any Venmos yet for gift certificates? So you can also, if you're watching online,
And he got a lot of $80 Venmos.
80 or 100. I mean, it all goes to a great cause here.
I hear 50.
The Venmo. I lost the Venmo, but it's Billy's Venmo account. I'll find it.
It's
Oh,
here.
there it is right there. Billy-Ignati, and that's Ignatti. If you want to Venmo 80 or $100 to that Venmo, it'll all go towards Frank's medical bills. And you look great, man. You look great. So
Yeah.
congratulations on what's going on here. And if it's at
And
8,000 or
continued
over,
health
yeah, man.
and rehab for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And so this is I've already forgot the date.
Wednesday.
Thursday,
This coming Wednesday, the 21st, I think is the date, but it's just this Wednesday. You can't remember on Sunday what day Wednesday is. It's the next time it rolls around will be that Wednesday.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you being so nice to me, Stephen Clark. So listen, if you hadn't heard, I don't know how we even started talking about this, but the boat parade last year came around, and we weren't able to do the boat parade online because there's so many different events going on at the same time. And we were at the Christmas tree lighting in Cape Coral, which is another huge event.
Yeah.
And so we missed the boat parade, but we're going to do the boat parade. We're going to miss the tree lighting next year. And Steven's going to take us out on his boat, and we're going to be able to get closer. Part of the challenge we always had here at Snug, I mean, it's a great location, and the crowd was big, and there was a lot of interaction, chatting with the crowd, waiting for the boats. But you really couldn't see the boats; they weren't coming close enough. And if the boats didn't have numbers that were big enough, you couldn't see the numbers at all. So people,
we'll get
online
you right.
couldn't
I
vote.
was in the middle of it this last year, and I wasn't one of the boats with a number. I just kind of like scooting in around them, and it was the greatest experience.
Yeah,
because you're literally getting hit by the snowmaking machine that one.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
they
yeah.
won. They won,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Was that the one that won?
Yeah.
I think it was.
But
Yeah.
but
The
no, it'd be
Davidson.
great to have you guys aboard like that. And Kim knows I'm a good driver.
I
I'm
was
a very
just
good
getting
driver.
ready to say
That's right. You
The
guys went
way
out on the boat together.
that he turned that around at the end of that canal. I was like, dang, expert driver.
So we're going to broadcast the parade next year from Steven's boat, and I think we're going to need to be stationary, though, right? We can't
No,
really
we
be
can-
moving.
We can be moving.
Can we?
Why can't we move?
I don't know. Can you? I don't know. I've never tried to broadcast my show on a moving boat
Well,
before.
you're not plugged into a wire, are you?
Well, I'll need power, but I can.
Oh, no,
well,
I
I
give
can
you
bring
power.
power. I
Yeah,
can bring power.
I can bring you
showed me
power,
that,
but no,
yeah.
you don't like to have a telephone cable running. If you don't have a table, you don't have a
No,
cable.
not
No,
anymore.
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. If you don't have that, yeah, we can go any place you want.
cool. What else is going on in your life? I mean, do you miss the TV business? Do you
No.
miss all that?
Let me think about it. No,
Yeah. You were in TV for how long?
40 years.
40 years. In Detroit for how long?
I did Detroit the last 18.
Yeah.
And before that, New York City.
You've been able to keep your Facebook following strong. I mean, how many followers do you have on
I think I'm at
social
like
media?
80,000. I think I lost 200 over the whole Met thing.
Really?
Well, I think I gained 200, but I lost. You can see the little number, how many people you lose.
Wow.
Wow.
We actually we gained 2,000
Oh, did you?
from the Matt thing. And why do you think you lost followers?
Well, I mean, just because again, people misunderstood me. They're saying, well, you're telling people they need to boycott. And I said,
I
no,
see.
I'm telling you, if you want to get a TV station's attention anytime, anywhere, you don't do it by turning off the TV.
Gotcha.
The only way you can do it is you got to, get their attention by affecting their revenues.
Yeah. And what do you
And
think?
for someone
Yeah.
who's a supporter of yours to leave for that,
Gosh,
it's like
this is the world we live in nowadays.
Yeah,
That's
when
true.
Conservative Ant gets on, do you guys follow Conservative Ant? I mean, he's been on the show and he's in Cape Coral and he's very conservative and he's a guy and he's gay, nothing wrong with that, but he's funny. He's a funny gay conservative person and he's a big Trump supporter. And when he gets on there and says he loses followers, I'm like, I can't even understand why he does. He's just it's funny to watch what he does because he's good with content. And I don't know why people get so irritated that they unfollow things. If you don't like it, why can't you scroll by it? That's the thing I'll never understand. And so you've been able to keep all those followers. How? I mean, you interact with almost every single comment.
I think that's the thing. And when I first started with social media way back when Twitter was brand new before it became a cesspool, I was very interactive on it. And I was written up in
well, you just lost another 200 followers now. Keep going.
So it was, but during that time, especially, I started doing this thing called a hashtag, and I had a community based around a hashtag, which turned out I didn't realize nobody had ever done that.
Huh.
So now that's, of course, what everybody does,
Right,
every TV
right.
show and stuff. But I would be doing a newscast while simultaneously online with 100 or 200 or 500 people conversing online while I'm doing a newscast. And I just thought that would make the sense. I mean, we've been talking at you for so many years. Now's a chance for you to talk at us. And then now we're talking together. So I think I just kept that going with Facebook. So I get in there and I'll answer people and I answer them honestly. And some people don't want honesty. They want to hear what they want to hear.
But there's a difference between your honesty and my honesty. People like you and people don't like me. So it's not just being honest. You're doing it in a nice kind of way. Are you in the Facebook monetization program?
I just finally did it. They sent me a note and they said, you can do this.
You haven't been doing it?
I haven't been doing it ever until like 4 or 5 months ago. Now suddenly it's like I'm going. Wow,
Dear
they
Well,
send me
how much
money
you
every
making a month?
You make it sound like you've been
Seriously,
doing it
you must
forever.
be up about $3,000 a month, right?
No, it's like $300 a month. Or
No
something.
way.
It's, trust me, that's all it is.
We're
I mean,
gonna
it's
have
not
to-
huge.
We're making about $2,000 a month.
But you have to tell me how you do that because I don't know.
He
It's-
acts like he's now the guru of this. He had
Well,
no
I mean, come on.
idea.
I'm
We've
just
been
doing the
doing
same
this
thing I'm
forever.
doing, and now they're just sending me money for doing the
Yep.
exact same thing I was doing.
But you get a lot of comments and a lot of reactions
Yeah.
on. I mean,
Well, I think it's if somebody sends me a post and says something and I answer them back, other
Right.
people say, well, he's actually answering.
yeah.
Yep.
And
yeah,
then they'll
yeah,
ask.
yeah.
And so, I mean, as long as you keep that dialogue going, it takes a lot of time,
Yep.
but
Do
I
you-
don't sleep anyway. So
Yeah. Do you watch TV?
I don't.
You don't watch TV?
I watch
news?
a lot of no, I haven't watched the newscast since the day I left.
What is your
television.
number one? Like, what do you consume most to get your news? How do you get
I don't.
it? You have to get news somehow.
don't.
No, that's
No,
why
I
he's
tell- I-
happy and carefree.
Absolutely. I tell you, the day I left television in 2018, I have not watched a newscast since that day.
Really?
Now, the only thing I will find bits and pieces on stories that are posted through Facebook or
I
something,
gotcha.
or somebody will send me a link. But people will say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I go, "No idea what you're
clue.
talking about."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you didn't hear that we invaded Iran this morning. Then you didn't
No,
hear
didn't
that.
hear that, no.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, everybody. They missed that.
Please don't.
I'm just kidding.
Don't start.
I'm just kidding.
Don't
I can't
start.
believe that. That's
We
like
Well,
Greenland
it's like
out of it.
apparently they went after the Venezuelan president.
Yeah.
I didn't know that for 4 days.
really. Wow,
and,
that's
and
crazy.
then when I found out about it, you know what I figured out? It didn't matter to me.
It's right. It doesn't matter, except for gas is only what it's $1.50 now, which really
Well,
matters
that
to
was
us.
good. That was
So
good.
no. So how did you hear about the Matt thing? I mean, that was big news.
Well,
Well, that
because
was
people were
online.
sending me stuff
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
said, "What do you
Yeah.
think about Matt?" And I'm going, "I don't know what you're talking about."
So you don't I mean, because I would like to know what your opinion is on the local newscasts and things like that. I mean, if you're not watching it,
I don't
then-
watch
You
them.
can't
Yeah.
give one.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
Gotcha. All right.
I don't
Have
watch
you
it.
ever had sciatica?
I have.
Man, what did you do to?
I went to a doctor here. Doctor, I think it's Dr. Martinez. He gave me a little cortisone shot.
Did it work?
Absolutely.
Like forever?
And I've had it done twice. Well, I had one side. It was doing it, And I finally went in, and it's like for 2 days I'm going, oh, that didn't help at all. And then all of a sudden it was just gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I had it happen again like a year later, and I went back the first day and just said, do it again.
Well, how did you get it? Like, you just old age kind of thing?
Yeah.
How old are you?
70.
No way. You're 70? Are you 70? Do you dye your
Well,
hair?
no, I don't actually, but I'm about 4 months short of 70.
Wow, you look great. Like, I mean,
Thanks.
what do you do to stay in shape?
I don't. I don't watch television news.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
just going to ask you what skincare, but that's what it is. You don't watch
I don't
the
watch
news.
television news. You see, I'm happy and carefree. I play guitar in
Yeah,
bars on an
true.
island.
Right.
Yeah.
I drink beer.
I saw you, I don't know, last year once you said you were doing it like a dry January or
I
something.
know. I don't ever do that. Are you kidding me?
You told me that with a beer in your hand.
I didn't.
What the hell?
You're talking to
about?
somebody else. I've never done a dry January.
Are you allowed to drink while you're playing with the gorillas?
I don't think I drank during the Gorillas. I think I needed to keep my head about me for that.
Yeah.
Where are you going
Yes.
next? Where's your next? You travel the world, man.
We do. We travel the world. I think we've got a big summer planned only because we have a daughter in Denmark who is having a baby.
Cool.
So you can add her to the list of people having babies.
The more babies, the better,
More
man. We
babies,
want to
yeah.
see more
So
babies.
we're going to Denmark in June and spend a little time, but we'll probably get there by going through Ireland and Scotland for a month.
Cool, man. That's just great. How many
Nice.
countries have you been to in your life?
Actually, I counted. I think I'm at 102 or 103 now.
Wow, I didn't
Wow.
even know there were that many countries. I've
Yeah, I
been
think
to
there are
one. I've been to
190.
one country.
I think
Wait,
like
is
191.
Canada a country? Wait, we own Canada anyway, so
Oh, stop.
don't we?
Right now, it's a country. Eventually, it'll be a territory, but right now, it's
Oh, how do you know? You're not following the news.
exactly.
102 countries. Where is one you haven't been to yet that you want to go to?
Ireland.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, I had been to Ireland. I was on a flight between California and Somalia as a reporter,
And you
and we
landed?
landed in the middle of the night to refuel. And we went into the airport, and I had a Guinness, and then we got back on the plane and left. So that's the only time I've been to Ireland, but I really want to go to Ireland.
What's been your favorite?
I think probably New Zealand.
Why?
My
Why?
wife is from New Zealand, but it's a gorgeous country.
So where'd you meet your wife? She's from New Zealand.
In Colorado, of course.
Okay,
That's
yeah, that makes a
where
lot of
else do you
sense.
meet New Zealand people?
So Bill, you know Bill Sawyer? Bill Sawyer says he's been in TV for 40 years, so he understands. I think he understands why you don't watch TV news.
Bill Sawyer. I worked with a guy named Bill Sawyer in Denver. I don't know if it's the same one.
Is that
Yeah.
you, Bill?
I don't
Did
know.
You
That,
used
well,
to
that'll
work
be
in
interesting
Denver?
to know. So, in all your
see.
years covering, and were you a reporter before you were behind the desk? What's the difference between being out in the field and being behind the desk? Like,
Well, it's more
when you-
boring being the anchor, but you make more money.
oh, really? How much did you make?
More than I did as a reporter. But
Detroit is like is it a top 5 market?
no,
I mean,
it's like 11, I think now. It was at some point in history in the top 10, and then it fell a little out of that, with the population shifts. But I was always one of the more active anchors in the business. So I traveled a lot. Even in New York, I would travel away from the desk and do a lot of stuff.
when you
away
say
from
New
the
York,
desk.
New York City.
I was in New York City. I was at
How
CBS.
long were you there for?
5 years.
Who did you work
That
with?
seems like that'd be a lot of stress.
Name some of the anchor people.
Well, I
in New
worked
York.
with my co-anchor was
Holy
confusing
moly.
my anchors.
70 years old there.
I know that's the problem. Warner Wolf, do you know who
Oh,
Warner Wolf
my
is?
God,
He was
yeah.
my sports guy. Great guy.
Yeah, he was on with Imus for the longest time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he
No,
passed
he
away.
was-
He was from Florida. He moved to Florida.
yeah,
didn't he? Is he still
I
alive?
don't know. He's still alive. I thought he was still doing
Oh,
stuff.
he
I
was
hear
the
him on the
best
air.
sportscaster
Oh,
ever,
the
man.
funnest.
Totally made. He was funny and the whole thing.
And I got to
and-
sit next to him every night, and it was just watching the Warner Wolf show. He's the guy
Yeah.
that invented the phrase, "Let's go to the videotape."
yeah, he was great.
He'd
So.
write his entire sportscast. We
Here,
had these
you're not-
7-tier
No, I feel like I'm in the middle of
No,
a
you're-
bromance here. I should just like step up and get out of the way.
Isn't this TV news stuff interesting to people? I mean,
So Warner hand wrote his entire sportscast out on the back of papers, and then he would just sit there and go, "Let's go to the video."
and
That was
living the
it.
whole thing. And our teams in New York have sucked ever since Warner Wolf was on TV. And what was the question? Oh, the difference between being a reporter and behind the desk.
Well, as a reporter, you're obviously out on the field doing one story, and as the anchor, you're like coordinating all of the stories that come together. So
Did you ever see
Can
like?
I ask one question?
Please go right ahead, dear.
So-
Interrupt me again.
Oh, again,
Again.
please. When you're the anchor and you have to give the report on everything that's
Mhm.
going on, do you just whatever they give you, you read it, or do you have to research? I mean, how?
I
can you
rewrote
stay
everything. I don't like taking copy that I'm not familiar with. So
Okay.
I would spend 2 hours for every newscast And I literally, if something just smelled a little fishy, I would get on the phone and I'd call up and figure out what's wrong.
Yeah,
So-
and so did you ever read some of that copy and be like, who wrote this shit? Who wrote this? I mean, it's just it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had conversations with the writers every once in a while, and just to give you an example, it was 11 o'clock newscast, and one of our stories was a woman is in jail tonight for assaulting her husband with a frozen pork chop. Well, I'd heard the story on the morning newscast, so it had happened the day before,
And it was a side of beef the day before.
Well, no, so I called I called the reporter over. I said, "Is she still in jail?" Well, yeah, I guess. I said, "You guess?" She's still in jail. You know, she's probably out of jail. I mean, she was probably booked in, to
Right.
jail
Yeah.
and then let go. It's not like she killed the guy. She hit him with the pork chop. It's a funny story. So he said, well, yeah, that's what the wire says. And I said, well, hold on a second. So I picked up the phone. I called information. I got the number for the sheriff's department, called him up. Is she still in jail? No, we let her out after we booked her this morning. And the guy looked at me. The reporter literally looked at me and goes, you can do that?
Oh,
Wow. And that was Detroit?
That was in Detroit.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, I mean, a lot of that's happening here in Fort Myers right now. So I totally understand how that. How
They
that
didn't
goes down.
understand. You could pick up the phone and call somebody and say, is this a fact or not?
Yeah, and before I forget, if anybody wants to watch our Cape Coral show on Friday at 5 o'clock, we are having Rachel Kaduk on, and I don't know if that name is familiar with you. She is a city council member in Cape Coral who did get arrested for a DWI a few weeks ago, so she's going to be our guest on the show Friday. And it's a whole different animal over in Cape Coral. I mean, not because of that, but I mean, crazy things happen everywhere. So that's going to be this Friday at 5 o'clock if you want to tune into that. So what else is going on in your life? How is your wife? How many kids do you have?
My wife left me. She'll be back Tuesday.
Where did she go?
New
Zealand?
She goes to Michigan. We have a special needs granddaughter who's in a wheelchair, Scarlett, and she's a brilliant child. She's very verbal. None of her muscles work except her mouth. It works excellent. She's got opinions. She's 13, but she does have a lot of medical appointments. So my wife has taken on this whole thing. So it's kind of funny. We'll be driving in the boat, out on the Gulf someplace, and our phone will ring, and it's some group in Detroit saying, well, we need to get Scarlett in for this appointment. And my wife's on her phone, making appointments. So she makes all the appointments, and then she'll get on the plane and fly into Michigan and take care of them all. So she tries to organize so it's all like 1 week out of a month.
Mhm.
So, and then she'll
That's
fly
great.
to Michigan and take care of it all.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the video of you and her at Christmas time, I think
Scarlett's singing
you
my
repost
song.
that every Christmas,
I do.
and it's amazing. You can't not watch it without getting emotional about it. And now, how many years ago was that?
Well, I think it was like 8 years ago. I think I did that video, but people love it.
I didn't know she was 13. I just
She's
thought she was
13
the
now.
same age.
I
Every
know.
year you post that video.
Everybody
of her,
says,
so.
isn't she like 4? And I'm going, no, she's
They
actually
grow-
aged.
They do grow up, damn
Yeah,
it.
they do.
I mean, even Hudson, Jilly shows us pictures of him every single month, and it's like, holy moly! Like you can't. The time just goes by so fast with the kids.
Because we have a new grandson. I think it's about the same age as yours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was born in what month is? I don't even know what month. October, I think.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
that's-
Yeah.
that's
Anything
funny.
else you want to share, Stephen Clark?
I don't know. I just
one last push for the event.
if on Wednesday, if you can get on down here, that'd be great. I call it the musical event of the season. Because you're going to get so many musicians who have already sent me notes that says, I'm going to stop by. Now, they'll only come in, maybe 1, 2, 3. If they want to sit here and do an hour, I'm fine with it. But most of them are working, so they have to kind of slide in between what they do. But most of these musicians who have played the beach for 20, 30 years, like Frank, will be here, and the tip jar will be out front, and just come in and tip your favorite musician because Frank's going to get the money. These are all people that played with Frank and know Frank well, and so that's going to be great to see. And music is such a part. Live music is such a part of this community.
For sure,
yeah.
100%.
That, I mean, if you want to celebrate live music, Frank embodies live music on this.
Big hand for Stephen Clark,
you.
everybody, the most
Thank
popular
you.
man on Fort Myers Beach. Thanks, Stephen, for coming on. All right, everybody, before we let you go, don't hang up the phone. I need to tell you about our great sponsors, including Mom's Home Cooking, and Heavenly Biscuit. Have been making the world a better place, one tummy at a time, for 25 plus years, serving breakfast, lunch, and treats like their world-famous cinnamon rolls. They're in a food truck right now at 2450 Estero Boulevard, and they might have a permanent home someday, hopefully soon, real soon, 7:30 to 1 o'clock. And they're closed on Mondays, so she can bake. Call right now, 239-785-0707. I know there's a long line outside over there, so you probably won't get through. 239-785-0707. Mom's Home Cooking. And, of course, the great Alex King, where his slogan says it all. Dreams are created and lifestyles are elevated. They've done the research and the homework, so you don't have to. They're meeting with builders, design companies, contractors every single week of their lives, so you don't have to. And they'll educate you. Come live your dream here in Fort Myers Beach. Give Alex King a call, 239-219-0336, 239-219-0336. We'll see you Friday in Cape Coral, Saturday morning at Margaritaville, and Sunday back here with the mayor. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.